Beyond these walls, precision becomes a controlled environment. Every precision timepiece begins as something raw and unrefined.
Before accuracy is born, the earth must first be opened.
These materials travel long distances before time ever takes shape. From mountain roads to mechanized arteries of industry. Each fragment enters the long discipline of refinement. Mass becomes measured through controlled movement. Raw elements begin their transformation, far from where time is kept.
Here, matter is reshaped at elemental extremes.
Heat becomes the first architect of precision. Under extreme fire, uniformity is forged. What was chaos now gains structure. Only perfect metal may proceed. Even transparency demands controlled origin. Fragility still obeys industrial discipline. Every component converges toward a single precision destination. Global materials meet local mastery. The first step toward timekeeping precision is complete.
From this threshold, raw matter will soon become measured time.
Inside these walls, even movement is precisely regulated.
Access is granted only through layers of silent verification.
Gravity yields to controlled suspension. Every route is mapped for perfect flow. Human and machine move in shared choreography. Positioning is never left to chance. Materials wait their turn in silent order. Before shaping begins, balance is restored. Even metal must acclimate before precision begins. Now the human element enters the equation. Touch refines what machines deliver. Every gram is accounted for. Each material follows its own disciplined path. Strength advances toward its next refinement. Fragility demands gentler momentum. Different paths, one destination. Transport ends where transformation begins.
Nothing enters without record, nothing moves without reason.
Protection surrounds every step of production.
Even the roads inside these grounds are designed for control.
Arrival is a synchronized operation. The outside world is sealed away at the threshold.
Raw materials now formally enter the domain of time.
Machines assume control with measured precision.
Every transition is carefully engineered.
Atmosphere itself becomes part of the process.
Precision is guided by disciplined hands.
Cleanliness here is a structural requirement.
This is where raw inputs submit to industrial order.
Flow is continuous, never interrupted.
Initiate processing.
Confirmed.
Every movement is watched, recorded, confirmed.
Routing defines the next stage of transformation.
Before shaping, purification must begin.
Transformation always starts with purification. Purity begins with force and repetition. Even invisible impurities must be removed.
Chemistry prepares the surface for accuracy.
Only what is clean may proceed. Moisture is never permitted to remain.
Even trace elements are disciplined.
Cleanliness is now measured in photons.
Perfection tolerates no hidden flaw.
Only the flawless move forward. Transparency demands a gentler discipline.
Impurities here are measured in atoms.
Even air is purified for this task. Human eyes confirm what machines suggest.
Identity is assigned at this early stage.
Verification is never a single event.
The clean state is preserved without compromise.
Clean matter now advances toward transformation. Preparation ends where true shaping begins.
Here, raw materials surrender to precision engineering.
Metal must soften before it can be shaped.
Stability follows extreme force.
Now shaping becomes numerical.
Loss is measured on the path to perfection. Precision demands constant adaptation. Microns now define success. Form emerges from uniform motion.
Transparency begins in controlled fracture.
Edges define both strength and beauty. Clarity is built through repetition. Even the unseen must be removed. Internal tensions are quietly erased. Fire leaves its trace, and it is removed. Measurement precedes advancement. Separate paths now reunite in purpose. Core processing ends where true creation begins. Here, components begin to resemble purpose.
Identity is carved from solid mass.
Every curve must obey geometry.
Even the smallest opening governs time.
Sealing requires absolute precision. Touch begins where roughness ends.
The window into time demands perfection.
Transparency is secured under pressure. Protection is tested before time is allowed inside. Purity must exist, even where it cannot be seen. Moisture is the silent animal of time.
Now the heart prepares to enter the body.
Life is placed with human hands.
The heart is now fixed in its chamber.
Control enters through a single axis.
Movement is verified before it is trusted.
Protection precedes perfection.
Human craft now merges with machine intelligence. Automation now assumes the burden of repetition. Accuracy begins before contact is made.
Identity finally gains a face.
Motion is aligned at the scale of microns.
Movement is disciplined before it is trusted.
Water resistance is proven under quiet force.
Failure is not allowed to hide.
Only dryness and may continue.
Time is tuned like a living instrument. Strength is verified through controlled harm. Precision must resist invisible forces. Performance becomes permanent record.
Form meets function in final union.
Identity is permanently etched.
Now perfection will be refined by hand and eye. Now machines give way to the refinement of human touch.
Every surface is judged before it is perfected.
Reflection is forged through friction.
Texture defines character as much as shine. Human judgment still shapes perfection. Refinement always ends with cleansing. Clarity is measured by what cannot be seen.
Beauty submits to objective measurement. Motion must be flawless, not merely functional.
Comfort is engineered as carefully as precision.
The smallest flaw has nowhere to hide. Visibility is enhanced by what the eye cannot see. Nothing extraneous is allowed to remain.
Time makes its final promise here.
Perfection must now be preserved. Now perfection will be proven by science. Here, beauty is no longer judged après, it is proven. Time is interrogated at its own scale. Consistency must exist in every orientation. Time is compressed to reveal its weakness. Precision must survive the extremes of climate.
Even invisible moisture is unacceptable.
Invisible forces receive one final challenge. Survival is measured in fractions of a second. Strength is confirmed after disturbance. What was once sealed is sealed again.
Silence here speaks of perfection.
The sound of time reveals its truth.
Endurance is proven only through exhaustion.
Visibility is tested in the absence of light.
Perfection allows no approximation.
Science delivers the final verdict.
Approval becomes permanent record.
Proof is complete. Delivery awaits.
Precision now prepares to meet its destination.
Protection is layered with intent.
Craft finally meets ceremony.
Every promise is documented.
Containment is a final act of precision. Identity must agree at every layer. Integrity is physically enforced. Even completion is measured.
Units become shipments.
Stability is secured for transit.
Space now becomes inventory. Products wait in structured silence.
Demand activates motion. The journey resumes with purpose. Destinations now replace delay.
Precision now enters global motion.
And this is how modern factories produce Omega watches from start to finish.
Subscribe for more real factory breakdowns.